Thank you so much for being here, Jim. It is 50 years since you and Joe began Smith and Howard. What does it feel like to have something you started still just be thriving so well?
If I had to sum it up, it would be, we're just proud of developing a business that has realized its purpose. The excellent service to clients, the commitment that we have made to the community for 50 years, and particularly the opportunity and that we've given our people, and the growth that we have seen in all our people. I have fortunately seen people thrive and come from the ashes, so to speak, to become fabulous business people and fabulous client servers.
Tell us how you got connected, because you've been with them a long time. What has your history with them been like?
And I hired Alexander Grant and Company. Mm-hmm. And then immediately they sent an auditor out to start work auditing my records. And that auditor was Jim Howard.
Wow.
Jim Howard. That was sometime between 1965 and 68, something like that. And one day when he came in to work on one of the audits, he brought a friend. His name was Joe Smith.
No way.
And immediately they got a conversation telling me that they were getting ready to form a CPA firm for themselves. And they asked me if I would be one of their clients. And I said, of course I will. And that basically was the turning point for our company. And obviously it was a starting point for Smith and Howard.
Their first office was in the Rhodes Haverty building, downtown Atlanta, very small. And I was teaching school, but I just happened to be their first secretary and receptionist. So, yes. And it was so much fun to watch Jim and Joe grow the firm, add new clients, but there were several idle hours there during the day. And Joe had this fetish for hiding behind doors, in closets, anywhere, jumping out and scaring Jim to death. So they've always, I shouldn't tell this, but they've always had fun together, but you can tell they had a little downtime before the client base was built.
Well, I also remember being employed with no pay at Smith & Howard. I did a lot of envelope stuffing, and I did a lot of stamping of envelopes, and I did a lot of office drawer organization, all for free or for snacks from the very snack room.
Well, I was hired in 1994 to be the administrative assistant to Joe Smith and Debbie Torrance. And way back then, you actually answered an ad in the paper.
Oh, wow.
And so I met with Patsy O'Brien first, and I passed that test, and then I met with Joe. So I got the job. And then Debbie Torrance, I loved Debbie. And she's still there, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's still there.
Tell us just a little bit about how long you've been working with Smith & Howard, and how C.D. Moody Construction kind of came into the Smith & Howard family, and what's that been like?
Yes, I've been with them now 15, 16 years. It's been great. What happened, we got a large contract out at the International Terminal, and our bonding company wanted us to go to a larger firm. We interviewed different companies, and Smith and Howard definitely, rose to the top, and we've been with them ever since.
In some of the research, it found out you built Mercedes-Benz Stadium,
right,
and you took those guys on a tour. Like, why would you take accountants on a tour of the studio, like in construction?
Well, actually, I think it was so I could see the look on their face when I took them high up on something.
I joined the firm in 1990. I remember in 1990, I met with Jim Howard and Joe Smith at the Cherokee Town Club, and basically met with them and didn't know anything about the firm. Wade St. John, one of the partners, and I used to work together, and he introduced me to the firm. And when we met, I couldn't believe it. The meeting was like the way they talked about Smith & Howard and the vision of the firm and the core values. It's amazing how those have not changed since 1990. And that's what really, I saw the growth in the vision at that time when I came in as a partner. Yes.
What is it about the place that creates that kind of culture?
But we always focused on primarily two things, and never one of them, neither of them were more important than the other: the clients and our people. And really, we lived our people value. There's no question about it. We gave all our people an opportunity to grow and develop and choose their career path that fit them. And so to me, I think that was one of the reasons we built that core group that saw the future and saw the opportunity for themselves, really.
Give me just a sense of your relationship with them and how you've been grafted into the family and the fold of Smith & Howard.
Well, what an honor to be drafted in any connection to Smith & Howard. And 50 years past, but I'm sure hundreds ahead of them, because my connection to the firm was both personal and professional. And so I met Jim Howard many years ago, probably 25 years ago, when we both served on a nonprofit arts board. And I just knew immediately what a wonderful fellow, smart, insightful, doesn't ever dominate a conversation, great listener, and I just really liked him. And then I got to know the firm, and they were doing all kinds of, pro bono work behind the scenes for this organization.
Kind of on the inside with us. What are some characteristics like you think of with Smith & Howard?
Yeah, honestly, I really think they live their values, and it is so apparent that it's really, you referenced it. There are people who've been there and want to be there their whole careers. And I never felt that, and I knew Jim pretty well, and we talked about his firm and how much he loved it and how appreciative he was for all the people who helped build the firm, and it's so clear they don't take people for granted. It's a partnership, and they live their values. And those are the places that, my belief, everybody wants to work at, but it's very hard to pull off.
Like, what are some things you've experienced over the 25 years of growing there?
Very forward thinking, so they can see a need for something in the future and plan its growth to get there.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yes, to know that they know where they want to go, and they see that path of where they want to go, and that they are willing to share that information with their employees about where they're thinking they want to go. And so it's been interesting to see us grow over the years in terms of the people, in addition to the services, but still not lose that personal touch that we've always had. Regardless of who you are, when you come on with that firm, if you have a desire to grow, you will grow at Smith & Howard.
And I would say, on a more sweet note, they treated everybody, all the staff, the support, like just as important as partners and associates on the business side of things. I think that's so important for the firm, and they knew that to grow a firm, you needed all the support of marketing and human resources and all that. And so they really did include them in everything that they decided, and they were very much a part of the team. And I think that still is the way it is today, which I really think is one of the reasons it's been so successful.
What do you all hope will be kind of the story, the 100-year anniversary of Smith & Howard?
I mean, everything that it is now, really. Just that regardless of how big it gets, that there'll always be that just commitment to each other as a team, commitment to their clients. That's something that Jim and Dad and a lot of the partners are just, they become really good friends with their clients.
Well, I think the word that comes to me is pride. I was so proud of them at the beginning. I'm so proud of them now. And they just get better with age. They just keep getting bigger and better.
Joe and I had a lot of support along the way, particularly support from all our terrific partners. And it's just kind of wonderful exciting, I guess, for us to see that our efforts in the beginning have been sustained and gained strength every year for the last 50 years. We've just gotten better and better and better.